Start 2. Hello, this is the video that you have been waiting for. It is HTML for beginners and for web developers who might want to do some revision on HTML. So if you wanted to learn HTML or revise, this video is for you. Without wasting any time, let's explain what HTML is. So there is this most frequently asked question that says, is HTML a programming language like Python, CSS, JavaScript, and other programming language? So my answer to that was that no, HTML is not a programming language. It is a hypertext markup language. So in this video, I'm going to teach you HTML, and I'm going to be slow and clear so that you can understand how HTML works. So HTML stands for hypertext markup language, and it is the most widely used language to write web pages. Hypertext refers to the way in which web pages, HTML documents, are linked together. Thus, the link available on a web page is called hypertext. So, as its name suggests, HTML is a markup language, which means you use HTML to simply mark up a text document with text that tell a web browser how to structure it to display. So originally HTML was developed with the intent of defining the structure of documents like headings, paragraphs, lists, and so forth to facilitate the sharing of scientific information between researchers. Now HTML is being widely used to format the web pages with the help of different texts available in HTML language. So this is how your HTML code is going to look like. As told earlier, HTML is a markup language and makes use of various text to format the content. These texts are enclosed within angle braces inside tag name, except few texts like BR or HR. Most of the texts have their corresponding closing tags. For example, HTML has its own closing tag with a / in front, and body tag has its own closing tag with a / in front as well. So these are the names of the tags and the descriptions. So doc type, this tag defines the document type and HTML version. So HTML version, this tag encloses the complete HTML document and mainly comprises of document header, with each represented by head and a closing heading tag, and document body, which is represented by body and a closing body tags. So head, this tag represents the document's header, which can keep other HTML tags like title, link, etc. So the title tag is used inside the head tag to mention the document title. So body tag, this tag represents the document's body, which keeps other HTML tags like H1 or heading 1, and division, which is div in short, and paragraph, which is P in short, etc. So heading 1, this tag represents the heading. So in order to write the code, you're going to need a code editor such as VS Code or Notepad++. I use Notepad, Visual Studio Code. Other people use Notepad. So let me show you what Notepad looks like. This is Notepad++. It's got a background color of white, but VS Code has got a background color of black. So in order to write your code, you need to create a file. So in order to do so, just left click, new file. Let's say you name it beginners and .html and enter. So you don't need to memorize all this code, because when you use a VS Code, it automatically writes it for you. So you just need to click shift and exclamation mark, press tab, or go to this and click it. So this is your code, and this is doctype HTML. HTML describes that it is the language is English. This is head. So meta chassis UTF and meta name viewport content width is equal to device width initial scale. This one is about when you have a website and you want to make it mobile friendly, so that maybe the size of the website might increases as the screen increases, or might decrease as the size of the screen of your device decreases. Now, closing tag of the body. Now you're going to body. Inside the body, that's where you write your code. So I've got many tags that I'm going to explain to you. So the first one, which is H1, which means it's heading 1, and VS Code usually, or it actually automatically closes the tag as you open it. For instance, here I open H1 and it automatically closes it with your / here, as you can see. So inside the H1, let's write this is the first heading, and in order to view your web page, just simply go to files, click save as, and hit beginners.html and save your file. So to view our web page, just go to your files, and this is beginners if you're using Windows. Click it, and this is what's going to appear on your web page. Now let's go back to our code, VS Code. So now let's create other heading tags. Let's say this is the second code or heading. H3, this is the third. H4 stands for, this is the fourth. H5, this is the fifth heading. Lastly, H6, this is the sixth heading. Now let's save our file. Save as, and go to your web page and click this roundish arrow which refreshes, and this is what's going to say on your web page. Now realize that the font size decreases as you increase the size, the number of heading. For instance, this is heading 6, H6, which is smaller than the first heading. Alright, now let's go back to our code. So this title You can put anything you want. Let's say maybe you want to put beginners. Now let's save our file and see what's going to happen. When you refresh your page, this is what appears on top. It says beginners. So the title means you can put anything that you want on the title, and that thing you've put on the title, it is what is going to appear on top. Now let's erase at least 5. Okay. Another tag that I want to talk about is P. So in full, which is paragraph. So this is the first paragraph. Now save your file, go to your web page, refresh, and this is what it looks like. The font size is smaller than of the first heading. So another tag that I want to talk about is button. So let's say maybe you want to create a button on your website. So button tag is simply button, and let's say maybe you want your button to say click here, click here. Save your file. So this is your button, and when you click it, nothing happens because you haven't added maybe a JavaScript code. Another tag that I want to talk about is input. So let's erase these ones. Input. Let's say type is text. Placeholder is maybe search here. Now save your file, save as, click yes, go to your web page and click refresh. So this is what appears on your web page. That is input tag. Let's erase it. And another tag that I want to talk about is BR, which is line break. For instance, let's say maybe you have a paragraph. This is the first paragraph. And maybe you want to write the second paragraph. You see, this is the second paragraph. This is the third. So even if you save your code, HTML is going to regard this as a single paragraph or a combined paragraph. Now let me save this and show what it's going to look like. Save your file, go to your web page. So this is what it looks like. The paragraphs are combined. So let's say maybe you want to take this second paragraph and put it under this one, and the third paragraph put it under the second paragraph. So in order to do so, you must use BR tag, even here, // Now let's save it. Go to your web page and click refresh. This is what it looks like. So another tag that I want to talk about is HR, which is underline tag. Now let's first remove this one. Let's say maybe you want to underline this tag, or I mean this paragraph. In order to do so, just let's erase it first. To underline, you can use U tag. This is an underline paragraph. Save your file, save as, click yes. Now let's go to our web page and refresh our page. So this is our underline paragraph. You can as well underline maybe your heading. Let's say H1. Underline. This is the first heading. Save your file. So this is your underline heading. So another tag that I want to talk about is center. Let's say, for instance, now this heading is on the left hand side of your web page. Now let's say maybe you want to put it somewhere here in center, so you can use center tag. Let's first erase this one. Center. Let's say this is the first heading. That is in center. Save your file. So this, as you can see, it's in the center of your web page. So the other tag that I want to talk about is strong. So let's say maybe you want to for instance, let's say maybe you want to make your heading the most important heading in your web page, so you can use stronger tag. Let's say this is the stronger tag. Save our file, save as, yes, and refresh our page. As you can see, it's a stronger tag. Or now let's maybe try it with a paragraph tag. P, stronger. I made a mistake here. Okay, this is strong, not stronger. So this is strong tag. File, save as, click yes, go to your web page. This is stronger tag. Now let's make another paragraph tag and compare it to this one. This is the first paragraph. Let's save our file and go to our web page. So these two paragraphs, when you compare that, this one is a little bit bolder and this one is not bold, as you can see. So another tag that I want to talk about is EM, or emphasized. Let's first erase these ones. H1, this is the first heading. The second one, which is the emphasized tag, which is EM, this is an emphasized. Save your file, go to your web page and refresh it. So as you can see, this is an emphasized tag or paragraph. So this is the first heading that has not been emphasized. Another tag that I want to talk about is small. Let's say maybe you want to make your heading a small heading. Just type small. This is the smallest heading. Save your file, save as, beginners, and click this refreshing button. This is the smallest heading, as you can see. Or now let's try it maybe with paragraph text. This is the first paragraph. This is the smallest paragraph. Save your file, go to our web page and refresh. As you can see, this paragraph is smaller than this one. Let's erase them. And now let's talk about a big tag. This is the first paragraph. So this is the bigger paragraph. Save your file, go to your web page, refresh. As you can see, the first paragraph is smaller than this one because we used a big tag, as you can see here. Now let's erase. So there's also a delete tag. Let's say maybe you have h1 tag and you want to delete it. This is a deleted heading. Save your file. Click yes. So this is what it looks like when you use a deleting tag. We've also got a subscript tag, and let me show you what it looks like. You just say sub, this is a subscript tag. Save your file. Refresh your page. This is a subscript tag, as you can see. Now let's try it with a paragraph. Save your file. Refresh it. So this is a subscript tag, as you can see, is smaller than a normal paragraph tag. So another tag that I want to talk about is strike, which is similar to delete. Now let's erase these ones. Which is strike. Simply save your file. So this is a strike tag. As you can see, it's similar to deleting tag. Let's erase it. So now let's talk about an italic tag. Let's say you have a heading or H1 italic, so this is an italic tag. As you can see, it's an italic tag. Another tag that I want to talk about is bold. It's simply bold. Close it. This is a bold tag. Save your file. As you can see, it's bold. Or now maybe let's simply compare two paragraph tags. This is a normal. Or we use B, not bold. Simply save your file. So comparing two paragraphs, as you can see, this one is bold and this one is a normal paragraph. So the last tag that I want to talk about is footer. So this tag is compulsory to put it at the end of your body tag. Let's say maybe you have a heading tag here, H1. This is heading. Now your footer. You can put maybe a paragraph inside your footer tag. So this is a footer. Save it. Go to your web page. Refresh. So this is your footer. So I think I've explained everything that you needed to know as a beginner or as someone who wanted to revise a HTML. So if you like this video, consider subscribing and liking so that others can discover my channel. Thanks for watching.